Well, hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of Airguns of Alaska. I'm your host, Scott, and let me show you the issues I'm running into with this Crosman Vapor Max. I probably have 300 rounds through this gun, and in my first video I complained about the looseness in the stock. Well, look at this. Okay, and before anybody says, hey, the screws are just loose in your gun, these screws are both as tight as I dare to get them. And this one on the bottom, I thought, well, maybe there's a hidden screw. There's not. Let me get the flash on. All right, as you can see there, all it is a plastic stem that sticks out that holds the cap on. So this is a really bad design. I'm assuming that those screws must go into aluminum. And let me pull the screw out and let's take a look at it. All right, so I loosened that screw up. So it's a machine screw, so it is going into aluminum, but you can only tighten that so tight before you'll strip the aluminum. So they needed additional screws. That's really unfortunate. I'm not reefing on this gun. When you pump it, you feel the dumb thing flexing in your hand, and it's really annoying. But what's worse than that is the side-to-side flex. So let me show you, let me demonstrate that. Can you see this? When you're pumping the gun, you can feel this whole thing move like a noodle. Because the junction here is so weak. Crosman or Infinite Wisdom, going with the plastic side covers, which they learned that from the 90s when they went to plastic on the 880. They ended up having to put 2 more screws here. The old aluminum receiver 880s had loose stocks, but didn't affect accuracy. I've got a couple of those. But this thing, I am not getting consistent groups out of this gun. So now I'll show you the other thing that I think is really probably the primary contributor to that. But this is not helping me at all. And how do I maintain a good sight picture when the thing's moving around as much as it is? Why they eliminated the 2 additional screws here, which they already had figured out on the 880, I don't know. Be interesting to find out Crosman's logic. You know, those screws, what did it add to the cost of the gun? 25 cents? Who knows? Let me show you the groups that I've been getting. Well, I don't even know if I want to bother. What actually did the best so far, these field target trophies. These are an 8.64 grain, and I couldn't even manage a quarter at 20 yards.
Wow, ribbon stinks!
And so getting pretty fed up, and I decided, well, I looked down to see what the crown looked like. And what do you need a crown for? Why? And that looks like where they hammered the barrel in, apparently, because I just to slide this, to slide the muzzle cap off, or the muzzle shroud, there's a Phillips head screw right here that goes into the sheet metal shroud, and take that screw out and just rubber mallet, a couple easy taps, whole thing slides off. And there's your barrel. It's most certainly a steel barrel. But yeah, no crown. So I'm glad I looked at that before I wasted more pellets and my time. So I'm gonna go ahead and recrown the barrel and see how it does. Great Crosman quality for you. There you go, 120 bucks. Made in China. Yep, awesome. Okay guys, so I just got done recrowning the barrel, or not recrowning, actually putting a crown on the barrel. I'm going to put this back together and see if I find any improvement with it. Alright, so let me show you the results I got testing with these different pellets. And unfortunately, they're still not consistent. They're still not consistent, but they are better. So this, they're all being shot at 20 yards. These were field target trophies, which seem to work okay. I had a flyer over here. Don't know why that happens. But it can happen, you know. But that's encouraging. 20 yards. I'm using the Daisy 5899 rear peep sight, or you have to take the extended blade off the rear sight in order to be able to see your front sight. I did that because I shoot better with a peep sight and trying to eliminate issues, because this, I had the windage cranked over. Well, you can't tell now, but I had it cranked over so far to the left, or to the right, I mean, that something was wonky with it. I did also have a scope, and I was able to shoot 2 dime-sized groups, but not one after the other, using, I think, the JSBs yesterday. And I noticed I just kept tightening and tightening and tightening the scope on this plastic dovetail, and just don't remember it squeezing the Daisy 880 as bad. These SIG match actually work pretty good. Still not a dime there. Not even a quarter at 20 yards, but for how this thing's doing, you know, I take that as a win. Oh yeah, here we go. So then I shot the, so this is what's crazy. The JSBs where I got a dime size group yesterday, I shot, I think 9 over here because one went off the paper. I had to adjust my sight, and that's terrible. And yesterday they grouped really good. And then these again are the SIG match, and they were walking over that way. So probably a nickel. But then again, another flyer. So, yeah, not sure here. But at least it is an improvement over what I was getting. So I think I made some progress. To crown the barrel, this is, I just used a cordless drill. This is a conical grinding stone that I got off Amazon. Actually, I have a whole pack of them. They're different profiles. So I've done a number of guns this way. And generally, well, actually, all of them I've seen an improvement when I do it. So I'm glad I was able to do something with this thing. To get the front sight off, all you do is brace the gun and then smack it here on this raised part. Oh, but before you do that, there is a screw, a Phillips head screw in that hole. Remove that screw, and then this will slide right off, and then the barrel extends past the steel shroud. Anyway, guys, I hope that helps you out. Honestly, I don't know. I love pneumatic guns. I'll continue working with this, but I shouldn't have to work this hard to try to make something function properly. So I wouldn't recommend buying one of these things. I think the quality control's too much all over the place with their crappy Chinese build quality. But if you have to have one, this is what you're getting into. All right, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.